Alright, so some pretty big news dropped last night that The Rock is returning on Smackdown. That is insane. Smackdown actually has some hype for once, I gotta be honest. Smackdown has not had much hype for the last, I don't know how long. Smackdown's been pretty goddamn awful, and I am happy to say that we finally have something to look forward to come Smackdown. Now, truthfully, I have no idea what to think of this appearance from him. This could go really amazingly, or this could go really poorly. Meaning that he's not going to announce what you want him to announce. He's not going to say what you want him to say. He's not going to basically do what you want him to do. And unfortunately, I think a lot of us have already wrapped our heads around that The Rock probably won't be involved with WrestleMania this year. But again, we have no idea now. So the fact that he's showing up tomorrow night, there is a lot of things that he could easily talk about. There's a lot of things that he's talk about that not many people might even be aware of. So let's go through what he might actually be here for. Starting off with the primary reason that I think he's going to be on SmackDown tonight is it's in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's already been really rumored out there that WrestleMania 42, that New Orleans is definitely the front runner to be where WrestleMania is held, and what bigger way to announce it than have The Rock return and announce it. But here's the thing, is that I've seen a lot of people already saying that he's only going to be there for that. I don't think you bring The Rock out just to announce WrestleMania 42. You know, I don't think he comes out for just that. Okay? So I think it needs to be examined, and I really do believe that he's probably going to have bigger reasons of being here, not just to announce WrestleMania 40, but there are a lot of other things that he could easily be announcing. Now, I don't know what to think of WrestleMania 42 being in New Orleans. I know a lot of people wanted it to be outside of the States by now. I know people wanted it to be in London of all places, or, you know, overseas, like really overseas. I know Saudi Arabia, I think, actually got a WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. And then, Canada. I know people want it to be in Canada. So honestly, I'm not opposed to it being in the States still, because and not because I live in the States or anything, but because truthfully, WWE originated from the States. So it's like keeping your main thing in the States might not be the worst idea ever, you know. You got to stay close to home type of thing. So it's like I like this idea of it staying in the States, but then again, I can understand everyone's like disappointment overseas and kind of like get away from the States and do some new things, you know, add some more excitement to it, which for that alone I could understand, and actually I can get behind, because yeah, we kind of do need some more excitement where this is concerned. But at the same time, I don't really mind it personally, and it might provide, you know, opportunities for bigger things to happen if it's in the States. But at that same token of having someone like The Rock announce it, he's trying to add some more excitement to it, obviously. So I swear, if he's like announcing that whatever happens at this Mania 41 will basically decide what happens at Mania 42, I'm going to be kind of annoyed about that, because obviously everyone wants him to appear at this WrestleMania, not next year's. So I don't think that's going to be the case, but at the same time, you never know. I mean, easily if like Roman or something loses or wins or something like that, he's going to want a match with Roman. Thing with Cody Rhodes, who knows? But I don't think he comes to a regular random SmackDown just to announce a WrestleMania. Now, I haven't seen this idea tossed around a lot, but I could easily see The Rock interacting with Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu primarily. You know, this would be amazing if we see like some type of backstage segment, but with them, but before The Rock leaves for the night or something like that, or before The Rock even goes out there. I don't know if he's going to be main eventing, or if he's going to be opening a show, or in the middle of the show. I have no idea where he's going to be, but in any way, shape, or form, I really do believe that maybe having Solo and Jacob Fatu have an interaction with him would be phenomenal, because it can set up so many different things that you can just leave the fans on the edge of their seat, you know, get them back to the hype behind WrestleMania, because the hype has definitely died down for WrestleMania, I gotta be honest, and it's primarily because The Rock has already kind of that he might not even be involved in it, and not because he's outright said it, but because he's kind of shown it, where he's like not been involved in WWE lately. I mean, the last time he was on the Raw debut on Netflix, and he wasn't even the final boss there. It was kind of pathetic what we saw from him, and I get the whole idea of trying to show new fans and all this what WWE is about. I 100% get that, and I already said before that that's why I think The Rock was there. I don't think he was there to further any storylines like that. I really don't believe he was there for that. I mean, yes, he did come out and acknowledge Roman Reigns once Reigns won the Tribal Combat, but at the same time, it was kind of lackluster, so who knows where that's going to go, but I really do believe that having The Rock like go backstage or maybe out in the ring, have Solo or Fatu come out and like do something with him, I think would be amazing, almost as if Solo disappointed The Rock at Tribal Combat, and he like tells Jacob Fatu, you know what to do, you know. He puts it on to Jacob Fatu, and then that's what kickstarts the Fatu and Solo rivalry, you know. I mean, Fatu is already on the burner. He's already like antsy to get going at Solo. You know, we've seen it I think last week we saw it. And, you know, Jacob Fatu wanted to do something to Solo, but he was like hesitant. But now, having the guidance of The Rock, I could easily see Jacob Fatu actually pulling the trigger and doing something to Solo, you know, or maybe The Rock forgives Solo for messing up type of thing. I have no idea, because Solo, if we all know the conspiracies and stuff, we all think Solo is The Rock's henchman, so I could easily see anything happening. Here's another idea of why The Rock might be showing up tonight. He finally goes after Cody Rhodes. This is something that's obviously been out there for the longest time. Rock has, for the longest time, he has been basically always just about Cody Rhodes the last year and wanting to get the WWE Championship. So I could easily see them possibly pulling the trigger and finally letting The Rock do it, you know, or obviously The Rock finally is around to doing it, so he goes out and does it finally. And yes, I know that the Elimination Chamber is next Saturday, and obviously the winner of that faces the WWE Championship in the main event. So any way you look at it, that it kind of causes issues, but I've heard some ways to kind of work around it is that you have Cody Rhodes main event both nights of WrestleMania. So Saturday night, he wrestles whoever wins the Elimination Chamber, and then Sunday night, whoever wins that match will face The Rock on Sunday night, you know. And honestly, yes, that probably shapes up a lot for the elimination not be as important as you think, because obviously whoever wins is going to be facing The Rock the next night. So I think it's really shaping up for Cody Rhodes to win on Saturday night if they do that, is what I'm trying to say, because obviously Cody Rhodes is the poster child of this entire feud, so it's like it would make no sense for Cody Rhodes to lose Saturday night and then he's not able to face The Rock the next night. I think everybody wants to see this match in a sense, but I don't think they want to see it as badly as they want to see Roman Reigns versus The Rock. So in that regard, I have no idea if this is really what The Rock is going to be here tonight for, so we'll just have to see where that's concerned, and we have no idea at all what's going to be happening, because he's basically given us little to no detail, okay? He has said on Instagram, he said, bold and disruptive and dangerous. The final boss returns live on Smackdown tomorrow night. Wow. And then, in the comment section, he went on further to say, the final boss is coming to handle business, deliver a big, beautiful gift to the city of New Orleans, and fuck up a certain someone's life with the final boss gospel. Could he be talking about Cody Rhodes here? Who knows? I could easily see him talking about Cody Rhodes here. And it would only make sense for it to be Cody Rhodes because Roman Reigns isn't on SmackDown anymore. And so The Rock would probably be saying this if he was going to Monday Night Raw. He would probably say this as well. So obviously we'd be probably saying it would be Roman Reigns. But Cody Rhodes is already confirmed to be on Smackdown tonight in a match. So with that being said, I really do believe that he's probably talking about Cody Rhodes here, and he's probably talking about continuing this feud a little bit more. But unfortunately, it's not the feud everyone wanted to see. Who knows? Maybe The Rock calls out Roman Reigns and says, I want to challenge you to tribal combat type of thing. I want the Ula Fala. He's trying to fuck up someone's life? There you go. That's a great way to do it. But with that being said, I really do believe that this match itself would be an absolute banger of a match. I mean, it's The Rock and Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes proved last year that he can hang with The Rock. So I do believe either way you look at it, this would be just a fantastic feud. It brings back the hype for WrestleMania, and I think that's the problem, is that they've kind of gotten themselves stuck in a little bit of a predicament here where they have teased The Rock so much for WrestleMania 41, and for him to not show up or be involved in the slightest, it's going to hurt WrestleMania so much. It's going to hurt the excitement for it. It's going to get a lot of negative and mixed reviews if The Rock does not get involved. And so that's probably why he's coming tonight, is to whatever is going to be happening for WrestleMania, you know. And maybe he comes back next Friday night as well. I have no idea. But I don't think tonight is just to talk about the new WrestleMania coming up next year. As I just said, this could easily be The Rock coming to challenge Roman Reigns for the Ula Fala tribal combat. I do believe this match is the match everybody wants to see. This is the match. This is the generational match. This would be a fantastic match. Obviously, Rock puts on a banger anytime he's in the ring, and so does Roman Reigns. I mean, you could have the Bloodline get involved to try to help The Rock. You could have Roman's Bloodline get involved to help him. This match can get messy real quick, which will make it so much fun. And obviously, this is the match everybody wants to see. I mean, the script writes itself. I mean, this is the match. The match. And it's been teased for years now. And I don't know when or even if they're actually going to pull the trigger on this match, because, I mean, it's like last year it was supposed to happen, and then the Cody Rhodes crybabies, as The Rock would put it, messed that all up. So then Cody Rhodes got his rematch against Roman Reigns and won the world title. That basically derailed all of the plans of having The Rock and Roman Reigns go at it one-on-one. And unfortunately, there's no way to really fix that, because, I mean, the last WrestleMania was definitely the time and place to do it. And now it's like, it feels like this match is like not going to happen as much anymore. I mean, at first people were like, okay, well, maybe they'll do it next year. But then The Rock was starting to say a lot of things to Cody Rhodes, kind of implying that he wanted to go after the world title. And obviously, Roman Reigns doesn't have the world title anymore, so that kind of messes that entire thing up. We'll just have to see, because, I mean, The Rock is, as it says in his comment, is very unpredictable. So I have absolutely zero idea what he's going to do. He has said a couple of times that he's like 20 steps ahead and all of this stuff. I mean, his storytelling is so deep. If you go back to Bad Blood, when he came out for like, I don't know, maybe a minute or two to just stare at them, and then he did the countdown and the three countdown. I mean, it looked weird, and it looked like something that, I don't know. And then maybe a couple Smackdowns later, Paul Heyman did the exact same thing. Maybe once Roman Reigns returned, Paul Heyman counted down in the same way for CM Punk to come out. It was, or maybe not that. I don't remember exactly what happened. I don't think it might. Paul Heyman did the exact same thing. He counted the same way, and it was very interesting. It caught my eye almost immediately. But again, The Rock versus Roman Reigns, it writes itself. We all know this is the match people want to see. I mean, this is, again, the match. With that being said, obviously there is a lot of fun things that could happen tonight. A lot of interesting things, or maybe not so interesting. Maybe The Rock is basically out there saying that he's not going to be at WrestleMania this year, and just to keep your eyes open for next year. Who knows? I hope to God that that is not what he does, and I hope to God it's not just to announce that WrestleMania 42 is in New Orleans. I mean, I have a strong feeling that is what he's there for, but I don't think that's the only thing he's there for. I think he's going to play with some ideas a little bit and maybe gauge fans' interest and to see whether or not they want him to be at WrestleMania. Because I feel like The Rock plays off the fans a lot more than you would think. I think he obviously does what the fans want, and real fans want to see him at WrestleMania. And even if you're not a real fan, I have a feeling you still would want to see him at WrestleMania. So, with that being said, I really would love to know what you guys think The Rock is here for tonight, and if you actually watched this video before Smackdown tonight, please tell me down below what you guys think he is here for, as I said. And until next time, see ya.